This is Lalate with a special breaking news for evening's Lalate. Late tonight, Chuck Schumer, leader of the Senate, won a major ruling that could impact the future of multiple stimulus checks, especially in the fourth stimulus package and, yes, the fifth stimulus package. In this recording tonight, you're going to hear live the breaking developments that have just unfolded this evening as Chuck Schumer prepared a push and won the push to get stimulus continuing for the rest of this year. How did this happen, and what were the major developments, and how could this set up reoccurring stimulus checks into 2021 and 2022? This is a breaking news report tonight from Lalate. Let's get under to it, and here you go as Lalate gets underway. Good evening, and thank you for joining me on a special report. Breaking news tonight as Chuck Schumer wins a major ruling for the purposes of reoccurring stimulus checks. The major ruling tonight happened in the late hours of Monday evening. Let me explain what happened. Chuck Schumer in recent weeks had been pushing to do not one, but potentially three more reconciliation bills this year. And today, he won a major ruling that could give him even more. This is big for third stimulus checks, fourth stimulus checks, reoccurring stimulus checks, and fifth stimulus packages. Let me explain what's going on. Earlier this year, you saw the third stimulus package passed by reconciliation. Which reconciliation was that? That one was a leftover reconciliation that the Democrats had from the 2020 congressional session. Each session, the party has one reconciliation to go with. Well, there's one more left for this particular session until September of 2021. That was a one spot left for the remainder of the session. And then in fall of 2021, they could do another one. Well, guess what Chuck Schumer attempted? In recent weeks, he had been attempting to propose a solution which could give reoccurring stimulus checks and stimulus packages indefinitely. And what did he do? His concept was a section of the code which allows you to go back and modify a pre-existing reconciliation bill with another reconciliation bill. He proposed that to the Senate parliamentarian in recent days quietly, to ask whether she would accept his understanding of the rules that he could modify the third stimulus package with the fourth stimulus package and do it by reconciliation, not using up a new reconciliation sitting in his back pocket. Tonight, he won that ruling. Let me explain to you the implications of this massive, massive ruling from the Senate parliamentarian. At issue is how many more stimulus packages Chuck Schumer can do. And the ruling tonight sets up the place that at the moment Chuck Schumer has a redo of the third stimulus package in the fourth, a brand new reconciliation under the fifth, and then in September do a sixth stimulus package as well. And after that, he can continue to modify reconciliations as often as so needed. In a statement obtained by LA News Tonight, Chuck Schumer, the majority leader, said that he believes the Senate parliamentarian has advised a revised budget reconciliation may contain budget reconciliation instructions. That confirms the leader's interpretation of the Budget Act and allows Democrats additional tools to improve upon the lives of Americans if Republicans' obstruction continues. What does this mean? It means that you can do a new reconciliation which modifies a prior one. Spokesperson Justin Goodman said tonight, with no decisions have been made on the legislative path using forward Section 304 and some parameters still need to be worked out, the parliamentarian's opinion is an important step toward forward in the key pathway available to the Democrats if they need it. Meantime, a Democratic senator familiar with the situation told CNN tonight, there's no doubt this was good news. And this was just the opening salvo, which will be a long process. Here's what you need to know tonight. The president now, between now and September, has at least 2 more stimulus packages he can do without a single Republican vote. And then in September, he would have another one. 3 more stimulus packages just for this year alone. The divisions of the moment shouldn't stop us from doing the right thing, the president had said just days earlier. What's important to understand is the nuances of how this works, and the nuances are getting great support. Tonight, Senator Ron Wyden, Democrat from Oregon, champion of FPUC retro, and champion of multiple stimulus checks in a letter that he and 20 others sent to the president, proclaimed this a major victory. As chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, Wyden issued a statement obtained by Lalate tonight. I'm pleased with the parliamentarian's ruling that the budget reconciliation resolutions can be revised, allowing us to consider more additional bills through the reconciliation process. The American people want bold action to address our country's many challenges, and the Democrats have more options now to overcome Republicans and obstructions. Things need to be done. This is huge tonight. Is there any backfire to the potential possibility? Well, there is one catch. To do a reconciliation, you have to have support of your Democrats to do another reconciliation. So the first step is that all 50 Democrat senators have to approve that they're going to do another reconciliation, whether it is the fix-it one or a brand new one. And of the 50 Democrats, 2, Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema, Democrat out of Arizona, have suggested they would not support another reconciliation. Those are not hard and fast determinations. But tonight, Senate Budget Chairman Bernie Sanders issued a statement on MSNBC saying that this is an important decision because it gives us a little more flexibility. In other words, right now, said Sanders, what this new reconciliation package is about is dealing with long-term structural problems. Everybody knows our physical infrastructure is collapsing. We know we create millions of jobs transforming our energy system away from fossil fuel, but we'll also have to deal with human infrastructure. Bert Sanders, of course, is among the senators who want to give you reoccurring stimulus checks in that 4th stimulus package. He says his focus is tonight human infrastructure. A Democratic aide also told Political tonight that this is a good step, and we still have to work out on the details. The parliamentarian's opinion is an important step forward that is the key pathway available to the Democrats as they so needed, Schumer's spokesperson said in a statement tonight. This is major breaking news. The implications of this are enormous. How broad stroke could these be? First, you could have reoccurring stimulus checks taken care of. You could have FPUC retro taken care of. You could have the SSI and SSDI taken care of as well. You could have a total revamping of the Social Security system as the president so promised during his campaign stops and during his transition papers as part of an entire reconciliation process. Much of the questions and concerns that viewers ask when and where could now get addressed in not 1, but 3 reconciliation bills between now and September. To recap, if you're just joining me, let me explain the implications of tonight's ruling. The situation is the following. The president has done 1 reconciliation this year, but currently he has an extra one in his back pocket normally. The shocking details tonight is that the president would have 2 more between now and September and another one in September. 3 just to start this year, and he could potentially have more. The reconciliation process allows the president to do stimulus relief, whether it's rent, utilities, hazard pay, whether it is food, internet, stimulus checks, and could revisit them 3 times more this year. This is a major ruling across the board. Ask the parliamentarian if it's okay for LA to say hello to me, says Peter. Yes, the parliamentarian is tuning in right now and appreciates you for watching. Good evening, Purple Power, and hello, Lalate. How are you? It's a big night with a lot of exciting details. I see a full room of people in the room, and there's Evelina, and there's Jenny, and there's Robert, and there's John, and there's Crystal, and there's Nancy. This is a huge night with major developing details because the implications of being able to do parliamentarian-approved stimulus packages till September is enormous. To recap, if you're just joining me, let me tell you the breaking news tonight. Tonight, Chuck Schumer won a major ruling, and that major ruling is the following. He's allowed to go back and amend the third stimulus package with the fourth stimulus package. And this allows Chuck Schumer an extra stimulus package. Why? The third stimulus package, which was passed earlier this year, was a leftover reconciliation that was not used by the Democrats from the prior year of 2020. The Democrats are allowed one reconciliation in the spring and one in the fall. Well, they have those two still sitting in their back pocket. But tonight, the Senate parliamentarian ruled that Schumer's team can go back and amend the third stimulus package with another stimulus package. He can do a reconciliation to modify a prior reconciliation. And with that, that allows Schumer to do not one, but two reconciliations between now and September. That's the fourth stimulus package and the fifth stimulus package. And then in the fall, in September, when the new Senate is sworn in, when the new Senate session is sworn in, the sixth stimulus package. The possibilities are endless. Reoccurring stimulus checks would pay people a lot of money. And now, suddenly, the path is set up. June to December, that would be at $2,000 a month, would be $12,000. June to December, if the stimulus checks go out in the month of July, at $1,400 would be $8,400. The numbers are enormous, and tonight we will see how this will play out in the days to come. But tomorrow I'll have the latest breaking details on Mornings Lalate. Stay tuned, and I'll have more then. For now, thank you for joining me on a special breaking news report tonight, live from Los Angeles on Evenings Lalate.